So I'm looking at placing a client there as part of his release plan. So that's what I'm working on.
Sonia Gagné is a court worker for the Native Parajudicial Services of Quebec.
Enough with the money. Stop throwing money at everything. It's not the solution.
Gagné is reacting to a court decision where the City of Montreal may have to pay up to $5,000 in compensation to anyone who was arrested and $2,500 to anyone who was pulled over or questioned without cause by the Montreal Police between 2017 and 2019. This case highlights racial profiling by police in Montreal, with Black and Indigenous people at the forefront of street checks. Gagné says street checks can end in escalated interactions between officers and Indigenous people.
We've heard stories of just, they got the 13th ticket of the day, and she gets upset and she crumbles it and she throws it at the police officer. Hits his bulletproof vest and falls to the floor. It's a crumbled up ticket. It's a piece of paper. It's on carbon paper even, it's thin. Not making excuses, but the point is they get charged with assault. It's escalating for no reason. There's no dialogue.
Researchers say Indigenous people are 6 times more likely to be stopped by the police than a white person.
And all the results show there is disparities.
And Indigenous women are 11 times more likely to be stopped by police than white women.
Indigenous women are heavily targeted.
One of those researchers is Massimiliano Malone. He was employed by the Montreal Police to do a report on police street checks.
They said to us that we are targeting Indigenous people, but Indigenous people are overrepresented in the homeless people in Montreal. And so when we do intervene, it's not because they're Indigenous, it's because they are homeless.
Malone says the Montreal Police view street checks on homeless people as an important tool to provide assistance to them.
And Wissoskin has a lot of different programs where they do gatherings with family.
Gagné says the best way to help is to provide treatment centers for those experiencing mental illness, addiction, and offer programs for perpetrators of sexual violence. She calls cultural and intergenerational trauma training of police a band-aid solution.
It can't be always training in an office setting with, coffee and donuts, and it can't always be like that. And they really need to see firsthand where these people are coming from. They need to see the dynamics, how families work, how communities communicate, and how they work.
The City of Montreal will be appealing parts of this case, including the way compensation is calculated for victims of racial profiling. Savannah Craig, APTN National News, Montreal.